Please stop scrolling. I'm a Los Angeles native. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I've lived all over LA. This is not normal. Okay?
By now, you must be aware of the fire that is happening in LA. To my surprise, I saw a number of TikTokers rejoicing over celebrities' houses being on fire in LA. And yeah, they felt like they deserve that because they're the rich, they have it all, and whatever is happening to them is deserving of them. So I also saw a number of people crying over their lost memories, in LA. They have built their memories, their childhood there, and all is gone. So I will be calling on your attention as we listen to the few stitches that are put together on the speculations that are being done around the causes of the fire, and also and up to the current update that is happening right now. So I'll be letting you listen to the few stitches that are put together. And if you're new here, this is Comfort for Life, and I bring to you a compilation of TikTok videos for educational purposes. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel for more.
In case you didn't know, billionaires Stuart and Linda Resnick own 60% of LA's water. 60.
I need y'all to remember that a lot of the bodies on the ground right now fighting the fire in Southern California are prisoners. Prison labor. People making pennies on the dollar. Last year in 2024, the mayor of Los Angeles cut somewhere around $20 million from the LA Fire Department's budget. Other departments within the city had budget cuts as well, and all of that money was then given to the LAPD. The LAPD received an additional, I want to say it was like $130 million. Now, we all know that using prison labor during natural disasters is nothing new. California specifically has been using prison labor to fight wildfires for some time. And what happened last year in Los Angeles with those budget cuts, that's not an isolated incident. That's happening in cities all over the United States. It's happening currently where I live right now in Seattle. Budgets are being majorly slashed. Budgets that fund crucial city programs and departments, and all of that money is then being funneled into local police departments. And it doesn't make our cities any safer. We're simply being over-policed. And what happens when a region is over-policed? Higher rates of incarceration. And what do higher rates of incarceration mean? More bodies for labor that is essentially almost free.
So I thought I was safe from the Palisades fire, but a new fire has just broken out by Runyon Canyon, and that's way closer to me. And I don't know if I should evacuate or not. Nobody is safe in LA at this point. And I just got off the phone with an old friend who used to be a firefighter to get his take. And he was saying that the concept of fire season is a heavily marketed concept to Californians. And we've just over the years gotten used to the idea of fire season, and fires just happen, when the Santa Ana's hit. And we've been ingrained to believe that when the weather's dry, that we should just expect fires. And he made the point that, it's January, it's cold, fires wouldn't be happening naturally. And fire seasons don't exist anywhere in the world except for California. And why is that? He was like, think about who benefits financially from all these fires. Fire season is a big business in California.
If you're horrified by the Republican response to these wildfires around LA, I just want you to pause and reflect on how you may have responded to hurricanes and floods in Appalachia and Florida this year. I saw an insane amount of callousness and classism when it came to people in Appalachia who lost their homes, who died in these floods. We've been so conditioned by the elites to only care about our own political tribes that we've ceased to see our fellow Americans, our fellow humans, as deserving of life and safety. As a Californian who has lived with wildfires my whole life, I have seen them in the last decade move from something that we knew how to deal with to creating their own weather systems. People have minutes to evacuate because the fires eat up football fields in seconds. We need to start really having compassion for each other because none of us will be spared. Billionaires are at fault for this, and they must be removed from power if we are going to have any chance to survive this. So I am begging you to have compassion and to hold the people of Los Angeles in your thoughts, because very soon it will be you, and we need each other now.
The fires in California are so terrible, and there's so many wildfires right now. I watched a video of firefighters saving family photo albums and family heirlooms and keepsakes. I started crying, and this made me realize, cops, firefighters, you'll never see anyone saying a bad thing about a firefighter.
I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but we just lost our house in the Palisades fire. Everything is gone. My mom had just enough time to pick up her dogs, her purse, and get out. There was no time to evacuate. Everything is gone. My childhood photos, my yearbooks, my everything, my toys I was going to give my kids. Every sentimental thing went up. And my mom,
photos, everything.
She had no time to grab anything, okay? Like, it came so fast. Like, this is why people were abandoning their cars in the middle of the road, because the flames were moving so fast. There wasn't any time. And so I can't believe it. Everything is gone. My whole hometown is gone. My childhood home is gone. And thank God my mom is alive and she's okay. She's here with me. But it's just, we lost everything of material value. This is how it feels to lose absolutely everything. It is a feeling I would never wish upon my worst enemy. I just can't believe it. My best friend started a GoFundMe if you want to help out. I will link it down below, but I have no words. I feel like this is a nightmare and I just want to wake up.
Not everyone is wealthy who lives in Los Angeles.
I am so beyond disgusted by so many posts that I'm seeing online about how eat the rich, they deserve this, only celebrities live in Los Angeles.
My boyfriend's mom and stepdad just lost their home. We watched it burning, their condo, burning on TV in the Palisades. My best friend's sister lost her home with everything in it.
Even if they were celebrities, that doesn't negate the fact that people are losing the most precious items, things that are irreplaceable. Sure, a rich celebrity might be able to buy a new home faster than you or I could, faster than the people in my life who are suffering right now can. But that doesn't make them any less deserving of compassion and humanity. I can't believe that this is something that needs to be said. It's really disappointing. My heart goes out to everybody who's affected by this, because I know our family isn't alone. And whether you are rich or poor, I do not care. I am praying that I'm just praying for you.
There are people that have lost not only their homes, but their whole livelihoods, their communities. There are people that are out of work, out of homes. There are so many things that are going on that this just doesn't feel funny to me. Are you okay? Like, really, are you okay? What a crazy thing to say. What an absolutely wacky thing to have come out of your mouth. And maybe I'm partial because I've lived in LA for 16 years and I've seen a lot of wildfires. But I haven't seen anything like this since I've been in LA. And seeing like one of my dear friends post that she lost her dream home and narrowly missed losing it just a couple months ago. So to have it now gone is absolutely devastating. And she's not alone. Like, some of you guys just need to have a little bit of compassion and empathy. And I'm sorry if that makes me a fucking millennial by saying that. But like, really think before you speak. As somebody that said so many stupid things before online, like, just have some compassion for people.
This is not normal. They're trying to do something. They're burning down my hometown. If you're laughing about this, fuck you. All my memories, my whole childhood. These are regular people. You know how many black people live in Los Angeles?
Do not make jokes about this. It's stretching it all over. They're burning down LA. Fuck you guys if you're laughing about this.
No, because why is no one talking about the biblical prophecy that we are watching unfold in West Hollywood and different parts of California? It is not a coincidence that we have heard many references as it comes to Hollywood and California being Sodom and Gomorrah out of the Bible. If you don't know anything about Sodom and Gomorrah, then you wouldn't understand how this lines up with California and what's happening right now and how it is being torched. I mean, this literally looks like the start of every Resident Evil game I've ever seen, but nonetheless, the torching city of Sodom and Gomorrah, the two parallel cities that were in direct defiance of God, kind of fits with West Hollywood and everything that has been going down in Los Angeles. Sodom and Gomorrah were these two cities that were destroyed by God for their wickedness. It was man's sin that provoked God's anger, and he torched both of these cities. The things that they did in these cities are a lot like what goes on in Los Angeles. SEX, the R word, everything in between that is glorified in Los Angeles and all of California sounds exactly like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is absolutely devastating that people are losing their homes, but 2025 is starting out to be something right out of the Old Testament, Revelations, and Genesis. This is a prophecy, I'm telling you.
A lot of celebrities' homes is on fire right now. As we all know, Los Angeles is considered a sinful city, and they have a lot of human trafficking going on. In the Bible, God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with sulfur and fire because of their wickedness. All I can say is we living in the end times, God's wrath is upon us, and Jesus is coming.
There is no way that they predicted these fires happening in LA. More specifically, it was Joe Rogan. Look at this.
I talked to this guy who was a fire guy for the fire department. He said it's just going to be a matter of time. There's going to be one day where a fire hits LA and the wind is the right way and we're not going to be able to stop it. It's just going to burn right through to the ocean. He goes, it's just a matter of time. We all know it. I was like, what the fuck?
That's not the only thing. Thanks to Daniel Sparks via Storyful, we've actually got footage of the planes collecting the water to try and put out these devastating fires. Let me know in the comment section, have you ever seen this happening? It is actually proper crazy, and so far there's been over 1,000 homes and businesses lost. It's actually devastating what's going on around the world. I don't know if any of you can explain really what's going on, and how the fact it was predicted in advance blows my mind. If we actually knew about this in advance, could we have evacuated people even sooner than they did? And then look at this, someone captured this on their balcony, the footage of it absolutely ripping through LA. I think it was Eaton, and now it's moving further on.
I say this with the fullness of my chest. If you think the fires in Los Angeles are being caused by DEI, you are dumb as hell and you should not reproduce.
You can't blame nature for human incompetence. We continuously allow dangerously inept people to make decisions for us, tell us what we need to do against what we know is right, and these are the results. And to be quite honest, incompetence is probably the word they prefer, because intentional is not the word that they want us to use. The mayor of LA cut $20 million in fire control and fire funding. Insurance companies canceled homeowner fire insurance policies weeks ago in the areas that are being affected. LA fire hydrants have no water. The current administration banned controlled burns. The fire chief department was hired as a DEI expert, not because of his expertise. Oh, and the mayor of LA on a luxury vacation in Africa. Right now, the threat to the area are the wildfires and the winds, and I'm praying for the people and the animals, for their health, for their safety. But long term, the existential threat to our whole country is the lack of leadership that for some reason people keep electing in. Please, open your eyes.
That was it about this video. Allow me to wind up by saying that watch what you're putting out there on media. It's a very sensitive time, especially when you want to address the situation in LA. Make sure you are conscious of what is happening. That's why I had to display those videos. This is just a snippet of people who have come to share their experiences and how they even got to vacate Because there are people who feel like because they were able to vacate and they didn't lose their lives, then they're better. But you know that loss is in so many ways, shapes, and forms. So people who have lost their memories, their home, like their entire thing, like everything that they built by their own sweat, and you know how hard life it is lately, and yeah, so it is not good. So this video that I'm about to play right here, this clip contains a few things that you should take note of as you interact with someone who has lost something in the fire in LA. So listen up.
Here's what not to say to someone who lost their home in the Los Angeles fires. Number one is at least everyone is safe. I had my home flood during a hurricane, so I'm a little qualified to speak on this. But when someone is in the depths of misery, grief, and despair, and you come to them with an at least statement, you are minimizing their pain. You are saying, could be worse, could be worse. And yes, I understand that at least everyone is safe and that is the most important thing, but that is not what someone needs to hear in this time. This is a time for sympathy, not perspective. Number two, in a similar vein, do not say things can be replaced. Are you volunteering to go and replace all their things for them? Again, you are minimizing their pain. Number three, now you can rebuild exactly the way you'd like it. These people do not want to rebuild. They want their old homes back. Number four, everything happens for a reason. I just saw someone comment this on someone's video of their house burning down. Everything happens for a reason. Would you like to tell that person the reason that their house burned down? I'm sure they are curious. My heart goes out to these people. I know a little bit of what they have gone through, and I just want them to have all the sympathy and love and empathy and support in the world.